So here's how tonight's gonna work, all right? We're gonna introduce three amazing panelists. They're gonna come out and give a brief statement on the current state of math instruction and results. Afterwards, we're gonna have a short discussion, and then we're gonna go into the Q&A, and as I said, the questions can be filled out on the white pieces of paper. There we go. There you got it. There you go. Hello. Good.
We were asked to state whether or not there was a crisis in mathematics education, and I said that there has been a crisis in mathematics education for over 100 years, and that is that there seems to be a crisis whenever there's an effort to change curriculum or change the way mathematics is taught in school. We still have a lot of work to do between grade 6 and grade 9 in order to make sure that students maintain a level of achievement between 6 and 9, rather than what they often say is they were great in elementary school, and then once they hit junior high school in algebra, they sort of just went downhill from there. So I think that's the issue.
So from my perspective, I'm tired of hearing about a lack of basic facts. I know we can do better there, but that is not the source of the crisis. That's just far too simplistic, and we have 100 years saying that it is too simplistic.
One of the things that we talked about is that the different types of assessments. And we talked about international assessment mostly and how Alberta did on these international assessments. There's two big international assessments that Alberta takes. One is PISA, which is done by the OECD, and it tests 15-year-olds in math, science, and reading. And the other one is TIMSS, which is done by the IEA, and that tests 4th graders. Because we were focused on math, we checked math scores over time. And what we saw in Alberta is that Alberta went in 1995 as a leader in mathematics to slowly falling down a little bit. And we saw the same trend happen in PISA. And this is where the media and sometimes the politicians perceive a math crisis.
Science. So there seems to be something going on. Now, there could be a lot of explanations for this. First of all, you might not be teaching what PISA is supposed to be, is assessing. That's a real big possibility. And from what I know, your government has not done an alignment study between PISA and your curriculum. And until you know that, it's really hard to be held accountable for that.
People need to become more involved in understanding what these assessments are doing. Teachers and concerned parents need to understand what these assessments are testing, then they can understand the scores better, and then they could see if there is a math crisis and interpret it for themselves rather than have other people interpret it for them.
There's something afoot in mathematics teaching and learning in Alberta, and in Calgary in particular. So there's, even though we have very good results, they're not everything that they should be, and that there's things to learn, things to work on, and people are committed to doing that.
When people talk about not doing well in math, people kind of laugh, and somehow or another there's this social acceptability about not doing well in math, and we can't continue that way. We actually need every single person, every student, every teacher to do that and to be proud.
The best thing is for people to come and be part of the conversation, to form their own opinions, to do their own thinking, to hear information firsthand, and to really think about what they can contribute to the conversation and to improving math teaching and learning for everyone.